me, a message for you today. You're connected to an ex, I'm hearing specifically an ex, who has a very unhealthy way of showing love. Okay, I'm hearing unhealthy. That's what I'm channeling. The card that came out is why can't I move on from you? Okay, but what I'm picking up on today, the message for you is that for whatever reason, and I'm not sure yet why, their way of loving is unhealthy. Okay, emotionally immature, possibly a little bit toxic, but they haven't moved on. Okay, they haven't moved on. They just haven't. I know I'm repeating myself, but they just haven't moved on. I'm going to see why they're not coming back, or why they're not capable of giving you that love they've got inside them and making it work. Why can't they make it work? I think that's the message I've got for you today. So I'm going to get into that. I'm just going to use this little deck actually today. Okay, so I'll give you a shuffle, but I hope you're well, I hope you're okay, and I hope you're looking after yourself, all right? Just always remembering you are on the pedestal, okay, and you're more than enough. So if you're not having a good time, I do send you my love, okay? Because I do read all my comments and thank you for them, and thank you for the likes and all the support. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And if you are new here, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscription bell, it helps support the channel. That's lovely. And if you'd like a personal reading, just click on the title of the video. The links are in the description box to the website. Everything's on the website, okay? All the readings. And also check out the free relationship report as well. This is a sad... Oh, yeah, I just heard the word autumn. Okay? I just heard the word autumn. I don't know what that's about, to be perfectly honest with you. But they just love you. I'm hearing that song, Every Breath You Take, I'll be watching you. Now, I'm sure I've got this right. I don't always get it right. I think it's the Police. Let me know, but I'm sure it's the Police. Could have been 1983. Gosh, it's a bit like an episode of Popmaster. But I'm hearing that every breath you take, but they're just not moving themselves. They're not moving. Oh, express your love, okay? That's what they want to do, right? What they're doing and what they want to do are two totally different things here. But they want to make, you know, it's a simple message. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Are they waiting for you to make it? Okay, but I feel that they want to express their love to you. You know, why can't I move on from you and express? They want to express their love, but. Give me one more, please. Give me one more. They're trying to stay optimistic, you know. They're in a little bubble of you will get back together. Okay, I've got a very disjointed energy today. They're very attracted to you still. And they love your light-hearted energy, okay? So specifically, they miss your sense of humour and your sense of fun. And you just have this beautiful way of always looking on the bright side. You know, you're not a complainer, you don't moan, you're always cheerful, even when life's thrown absolute crap at you. You light up the room, you know that? That's what I'm hearing they'd say to you. You light up the room. Your energy's magical. You make a grey day seem like a beautiful sunny day by the beach. Okay? Right. Let's see what's going on in their environment. Okay. They're connected into someone who's a little bit aggressive. All right. We'll make sense of this. If they've gone into another long-term relationship or a long-term commitment, because the marriage cards come out in their environment. So I'm hearing that it's their relationship. Okay, that is not going too well, all right, which really does make sense why they can't move on from you. Okay, because it's not working out. It's not working out where they are. Secret help. They're keeping secrets, and the secret they're keeping is A, they can't move on from you, but also I don't feel, okay, specific here, I don't feel they have told whoever they are with, or their family or their friends, that this new relationship isn't happy. Why haven't they? Why haven't they done that? Let's have a look. Why haven't they done that? Yeah, 4 of Wands reversed. They haven't done it because they're trying to, okay, they're trying to preserve the illusion that they're all happy families, everything's working out, they're all settled. Okay, it's a fake. It's fake. It's absolutely fake. All right, they're making out that, you know, it's successful. They're all working together as a team, and everybody's getting on. All right, but they're lying. They're lying through their teeth, because the 4 of Wands came out, but it came out in the reverse. So they are looking at how they could move on. Now, I'm hearing that the secret help, they're going to engage the help of one of their friends. One person, okay, this one person that your ex trusts outside of this happy family bubble that is totally fake, all right? And they're going to engage with them to do it. But the 4 of Wands, in a nutshell, in the environment, their environment is, it's unhappy. They're unhappy. They're feeling caged. It's all turned on its head, okay? What they thought was going to bring them stability, happiness, isn't. It can just mean an energy of abject boredom, the 4 of Wands in reverse. It's where you start to look at your other options. You know, you start to put the feelers out to try and do something else. But I'm hearing now with that and this secret help that they're going to ask a third party, somebody else, to help them out. Okay. Right, why are they not able to tell you that they love you? That's coming out. Okay. They feel that they haven't got the skills. That's a very bizarre message. They feel that they can't give you what you need, or what you're worthy of. Okay. Also, very specifically with this card, it's come out in reverse, a lot of reversals today, is that they haven't got either the income, or they haven't got the physical stuff around them right now, whether that's the income, somewhere to live, a job, you know, you get my drift, to make it happen. You know, sometimes when you're in a position and you really want something, but you just cannot physically get from here to there because of X, Y, and Z. That is one of the reasons. Okay. But also, they're holding on to something from the past. Now that came out, I'm going to take this one. It's a court card, it's Queen of Cups in reverse. They're holding on to some trauma or something that happened with a female energy, okay, or someone who identifies predominantly as female. And this person was quite fickle, quite vain, and emotionally manipulative. It could have been a mother, a sister, a previous relationship. But this person set the wheels in motion for your person not to find it difficult to express love, okay? They want you. They want you so badly, and they love you so much. But until they clear the subconscious programming that they've got rattling around in their consciousness, they're always going to keep repeating the same old patterns. They've got to address it. Now, did you tell them? You saw through this, okay? You saw through this. It could be the mother of their child or something. But whoever this female was, I'm not saying they're a bad person, nothing like that, but they were fickle, they were vain, they were emotionally manipulative. They had emotional issues of their own, okay? And your person was in either a codependent or an unhealthy connection, and that's going right back to the beginning, where they can't bring healthy love to you, and that's why it's so sad. That's why it's so sad, This female energy is still, I'm going to say ruling the roost, but not in the physical. It's to do with your person not being able to break the cycle. And that's why they can't do this, they can't express their love for you. And, it's just going down basically to the fact, bottom of the deck, 3 of Swords at the bottom. They're frightened of heartbreak again, so they probably lash out at you or they blame you, but they just are not getting it. That's the message for you, that they're just not getting it. They're letting all their unhappiness, their upheaval, their grief, their sorrow, and all their pain that they had in the past with this, she could have been a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Rising. But until your person faces this, all they're going to do is keep repeating the same pattern. Now, as I said earlier, going right back to the beginning, that in their environment, and it was the marriage card and the aggression card, so there's an issue around a relationship in their environment that is not working out, that is starting to become unhealthy, okay? It's starting to become unhealthy again. I'm not sure if this person's going to contact you. I'm just going to see what they say to you. Truth. They'd like to tell you the truth about how they feel, their intentions towards you, but they're afraid to do so because of the pain they're in and the pain they've caused you, okay? They're very cautious about coming forward. So there's silence. I don't feel they're going to come back in. You can change the story. I only touch on this a bit in my readings, but if you visualize a different outcome, completely change the story, whatever you think they're thinking, they will think, whatever the situation is. But in the energy, so this tells me that possibly you don't want to change the story, which is fine, because you are the creator. You're on that pedestal, okay? It's your life, and you deserve to be happy. And people do have to take accountability for themselves. Your ex has got to take accountability. But in the energy today, I feel because of the pain that they caused you and everything that went on, and they weren't truthful with you and all of that, they're just silent. There's just silence, frozen, no words. But I do feel they want to tell you the truth, okay? But you've stopped chasing. You've stopped chasing. I think you've been working on your own resilience. You're not interested in this toxicity because it gets you down in the end. Tarot aside, and you can change any situation. You can change anything, whether there's third parties or anything. You can get rid of all of that. Trust me, you can do it. But I always say this, sometimes when you work on your self-concept and you really start to realise just how amazing you are, you don't even want to bother with it. You'll bring something new into your life, okay? So you do still have an ex who loves you very much, who thinks about you a lot, who's in another pickle, another situation, excuse me, because they won't take a step back. See, what they're not realising is that they're the common denominator, okay? So this message is for you because you've been feeling their energy, because they've been pulling on your energy, whether it's through music, angel numbers, whatever it is, okay? You just suddenly get that feeling and you know that they're thinking of you, and that is why. But they have got to sort their mess out, okay? They've got to sort their mess out. What's going to happen in their environment, please? Okay, well, what's going to happen is eventually, Page of Wands. Right, okay. I feel they're eventually, by going to send some form of message with the Page of Wands, a happy-go-lucky message, but then the Knight of Swords has come out clarifying it, you know, what's the message about, but it's in the reverse. Knight of Swords in the reverse is either you've missed the boat, you've missed the opportunity, I'm not interested because it's taken so long, because bottom of the deck is the Fool. So that is almost your energy. Well, you know what, I'm going to take a leap of faith with somebody new, or I'd rather just be single and have lots of friends and do exactly what I want to do when I want to do it, because that's also beautiful, you know. You don't have to be in a relationship. People don't have to be in a relationship. And I've always seen with clients and people is that when they really start to love themselves, and it can take time because we're conditioned not to love ourselves from the moment we set foot in school, really, that they then are like, you know what, I really quite like being on my own. But going back to your ex, I feel that with these two cards, they will eventually send some form of message. They'll get some courage together, okay? But I just feel that you will think there's a missed opportunity, okay? And you just possibly will say no, okay? Because it's been so long. Because for you, I'm hearing silence was your answer. Okay, silence was your answer. Let's see one more, please. Okay, yeah, you don't want that. I'm hearing you don't want that insecurity again, or that instability, okay? Especially in the physical. If somebody turned your world upside down and you had to find somewhere else to live, and then all of a sudden you got bills you can't pay and all of that, I mean, that's really stressful. That's horrible. And I feel that you will be protecting your little empire, or big empire, whatever, but it's yours. And I'm hearing it's got your stuff in it. It's got your stuff in it. So this person eventually will come back in. The relationship they're in now is totally not happy families. They are going to enlist somebody else to try and help them out, and that is when I feel you'll get the message. Now, this Page of Wands could represent that friend of theirs getting in touch with you. Okay, so just do you. Remember who you are. You're amazing. You're perfect. Okay? Absolutely perfect, just the way you are. You know? You're irresistible and you're totally unforgettable. Just go large it, all right? I love you and I send you all my love. Bye.